It is spring break season and millions of Americans are getting ready to travel for spring break. But a new survey finds the toughest part of vacation might not be planning the trip, it's getting back to reality afterward. A new report from Hotel Tonight looks at the habits, spending trends, and travel headaches Americans face when taking that trip. And joining us now to talk more about the findings is Sandel, General Manager at Hotel Tonight. Ron, good morning to you. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, first off, what are some of the most surprising things that you learned from this spring break travel survey?
Well, probably the most impressive stat was that 25% of all people, when they're traveling, plan in a buffer day, and so what that is a day or two after the vacation finishes, they want to come back, unpack, relax, and that surprised me. That's not how I travel. I try to pack in everything up until the very last minute. So that was one surprising stat. We also learned that about 48%, almost half the people, will politely ask for room upgrades, that's me 100% of the time. But that was another impressive stat that we had.
Okay, I love that, the buffer day. I 100% do this. When I was younger, I would come from the airport, head straight to work, but I need that extra day or even two to kind of decompress a little bit. I want to talk about the travel upgrades. How do you politely ask for those? What are some tips you have to get a better room?
Well, yeah, great question. So, look, whenever I'm checking into a hotel, first of all, you always be as courteous as you can to the folks behind the counter. It's a tough job, and when you are, and when you do your best and are polite, I think it's always worth asking about a room upgrade, particularly when the hotel isn't sold out. I think you'll find that hotels are going to be, frequently willing to give you that upgrade.
And your report also found that beach vacation still a top choice for a spring break. Why do you think so many of us are just craving that beachside getaway right now?
Yeah, 40%. That's right. 40% crave those beachside getaways. And look, I just heard your weather forecast. It sounds like it's pretty cold there, and people are looking for a getaway. But I'll tell you, so I know that Ocean City is one of the most popular destinations in the DC area. And I can tell you, coming back to the buffer day, almost uh, half the price on a Sunday night versus a Friday night. So if you want to make that buffer day and take a Monday off, you save a lot of money pushing your vacation to Monday all the way through. In Florida Keys is another example, 36% less expensive on a Sunday night versus a Friday night. So for your folks who are looking to save money, there's a real opportunity in squeezing out that buffer day and actually pushing into their work week.
All right, great, money saving advice there. Just have a few seconds left, but for people still planning that last minute spring break trip, any good tips on finding a last minute deal?
I do. If you haven't made plans, you can wait. Always wait and save. Hotel Tonight, we're a great last minute booking app, so you can save 27% saving same day versus planning ahead. So, I'd recommend, if you aren't committed, hold back, wait, and then make that last minute plan.
All right, great advice. Sandel with Hotel Tonight, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it.